The Ghosts of WPI, Shadows of Higgins' House. If you stand here in Higgins' garden at twilight, you can almost feel time slow down. The stone benches stay cold, even in late summer, and the ivy along the walls seems to shiver, like it remembers something the rest of us have forgotten. Just beyond the hedges rises Higgins' House, our campus castle. Built in the 1920s by Aldous Chapin Higgins, son of the man who founded Norton Company. He modeled it after a Tudor castle in England, Compton Wynyates. Imported oak beams, leaded glass windows, carved fireplaces, and yes, hidden staircases. When it was new, this was the grandest home in Worcester, but even castles gather ghosts. Aldous lived here with his wife Mary, though everyone called her May. He died first in 1948, leaving May alone in the big house. For more than 20 years, she stayed wandering its echoing halls, living amongst the memories. When she died in 1970, she left the property to WPI. But ever since, strange things have been happening here. See that wooden panel there by the bookcase? That's not just trim. That's where the secret staircase begins. It's narrow, steep, and winds behind the walls. They say May used to move quickly and quietly between rooms after the guests had gone, when she couldn't sleep at night. One rumor says that she died there, slipped in the dark, hit her head, and was found by a servant the next morning. But there's no record of that in any newspaper. But nearly everyone who spent time here believes that. Late one night, a student helper from the alumni office heard something strange while locking up for the night. A thud, then slow, deliberate footsteps coming down the hidden staircase. He called out, thinking maybe somebody else was there, but there was no answer. Just the creak of each step, and then a whisper, soft and breathy, right beside him. My house, my memory. Don't let them erase me. He then dropped his keys and ran out the door. When security came, the doors were still locked from the inside. Years later, during WPI's annual Haunted Higgins House event, a group of students were leaving after the last tour. Someone pointed up to the second floor window. There, they said, someone's still in the window. And sure enough, a pale figure stood in the great hall window, backlit by a single candle glow. The tour guide swore there was no one else left inside, and the house was locked up for the night. They checked the next morning. There was no candle. There were no footprints in the dust. Just a faint handprint on the inside of the glass. But Higgins' House isn't the only corner of WPI where the past lingers. If you walk the campus after dark, you'll start to notice how the older buildings just breathe, how the windows reflect faces that are not quite your own. The old alumni gym once stood near Boynton Street, its stone walls crawling with gargoyles and grotesques, carved faces said to ward off evil. The students used to swear that the carvings moved in the moonlight. Their eyes followed late-night walkers across the quad. When the gym was torn down, workers reported strange sounds, heavy thuds, and echoes of basketballs when there was no one there. Built in 1926, Sanford Riley Hall is one of the oldest dorms that is still standing. Residents talk about doors slamming when there are no windows open, footsteps pacing empty corridors, and the lights flicker off and on their own. One student swore she woke up one night to see an old woman standing at the foot of her bed, smiling at her sadly. When she blinked, the woman was gone, but her bed was icy cold to the touch still. Every fall, when the air turns crisp and sharp and the maples turn red, the campus remembers. And here in this house of stone and silence, Mary Higgins remembers too. They say if you walk past the gardens after midnight, you might catch the scent of her perfume, violets and oak polish drifting on the wind. And if you look up just once at the second-story window, you just might see her, looking back at you. A pale woman in a dark dress, watching, waiting, still tending to her home, and still guarding her memories. Just because the lights go out doesn't mean everybody's gone home. Sleep tight.